What's up, guys? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. You know what? Cowboys stink. We stink. But that's still not going to change how I feel about the team, okay? It's kind of like when you're in a relationship with somebody, there's always, you love that person. You love them, but you don't love everything about them. There's some things about the Cowboys that have always gotten you upset, and it's just the way it is. It's a love-hate relationship. I was hoping, praying that we would see some signs of life today from the Dallas Cowboys, but what we heard basically is we're staying the course, and I think the Cowboys ownership is looking and saying, we're going to give the team a pass because this year is just bad. It's the COVID year. You didn't really have a chance. And quite frankly, you almost have to. It's hard to judge a team when you didn't have a full year's worth of work. We've seen Joe Gibbs, when he came to the Washington Redskins, start out 0-5. And I think he ended up the team 8-8, and then, of course, became Super Bowl winning coach, three Super Bowls with three different quarterbacks. Had the Washington football team, after first few games, said, you know what, we're done. I guess actually they would have been 2-5, just like we are. I'm not saying that we have Joe Gibbs with Mike McCarthy, but it is what it is. You also have to understand that he inherited Jason Garrett's guys and Jason Garrett's situation, and because we had 26 free agents, that we brought a lot of guys in. So remember last week I was talking about the Washington game will change what you do. If you win that game and you have hope going, and you look actually like, maybe you're getting yourself together, you might look at trading for some personnel that will help you this year. If you lose that game, then you start saying, okay, it's time to fire sale people so we can try and get ourselves, some cap space for next year, try and get some more draft, positions, and start looking at the guys we have and start evaluating talent. Well, it looks like it's fire sale time because the Cowboys now are listening to trade offers for three players, Dontari Poe, Emerson Griffin, and Worley. So the reality is you signed Emerson Griffin literally during training camp. Anybody could have picked him up before that time without trading for him. When you look at the production on the field, you haven't seen anything that says you're outstanding. Although, and the same thing with Dontari Poe. Dontari Poe, as Voss would say, a trash can full of dirt. He looks like a trash can full of dirt on wheels right now because he's getting pushed all around. And Worley's only played a few plays for us, and the few plays he's played haven't been that good. I don't see you getting a whole lot of value for, or being able to get a lot. I'm sorry, I just don't. We've got 1 week. Next Tuesday is the trade deadline. I don't see people saying, oh my God, we've got to get those guys. Unless you are a team that thinks you're going to go and we just need some depth because we've just lost some people to COVID or we've lost so many guys to injury. We just need some warm bodies. I don't know that you're going to get a whole lot there. I just don't. But at least the Cowboys are trying to do something. Try to at least get themselves in a better position for next year. Because, Dontari Poe, at least if you trade him, you won't take that dead money on him for cutting him for next year. Emerson Griffin just has not had it. And I put a lot of that on the fact that he got to training camp late. And this training camp, let's be honest, training camps for NFL teams was a joke. And the other part to this is I'm trying to read in a little bit differently. There may be more to this other than just trying to get rid of dead weight. We know that the Cowboys locker room, the players, the core players that have been here, the D-Laws, the Jalen Smiths, the Van Der Esch's, the Sean Lees, those guys have gone through and talked about, the rats that are talking to Jane Slater. I'm wondering, here's what I'm wondering, and I don't know if one of these or two of these guys are the guys that were actually talking to Jane Slater, and it's the Dallas Cowboys trying to get a grip on the locker room. Is this the Dallas Cowboys trying to send a message to the other guys and things that Mike McCarthy is the coach and will be next year? This is the vote of confidence and sending the message to the players that we will get rid of you to try and grab a hold of the team. I don't know, but you've got to do something at this point to get a hold of it. The other thing, and I'm going to go back up, and as much as it hurts. And Skins fan, let me say one other thing too. Burgundy and gold all day. Nice dude. And I actually know his real name. Mainly because my wife said, "What's his real name?" And I was like, "I don't know. He's used to be Skins fan all day, but now he's burgundy and gold." It's like, "Yeah, but what's his real name?" And I was like, "I don't know. I got to ask him." She's like, "You know all these guys by their YouTube name. You don't know their real names." But now I know his real name. It's just like PC76. I know his real name. Yeah. Had to ask him later on, but still. Shout out to him because he could have been indignant up in here. He could have literally just like when the dog pees on the floor and you rub the dog's nose in it so he gets the smell. He could have done that to me because we pissed on the floor. So shout out to him for what he did and things, and he's actually a stand-up dude for a Washington football team fan. But I was watching the first drive and I can't get this running play out my head. Because I realized a couple of things. Because you saw Xavier Woods looking like he's a lead blocker, right? This play just drives me crazy. I need to get the clip so I have it for tonight for the show. But he's literally like he's running away from the tackle. And when you watch it in slow motion from a different angle, you see him just kind of run off the screen here, and eventually he comes back. And you're like, what the heck happened here? What's going on? And as I watched Dorrance Armstrong, the way he kind of flinched and kind of like, was ready to absorb the hit as opposed to delivering the blow. And as I watch some of these guys as they're going through and tackling, I think I realized that a lot of these guys don't have the aggression, and it's like they're playing not to get hurt. And I'm wondering because as we look at this long list of players that are literally getting carted off, I mean, when you see Dak Prescott break his ankle, you've seen Blake Jarwin go down. You've seen Tyron Smith with the neck injuries and stuff. You've seen Van Der Esch. You've seen literally, it looks like some of these guys are shell-shocked. And that they're playing to protect their health instead of playing with reckless abandon. I can't say that, you can be fearless because of what you're seeing out there. You got to understand, when you see somebody's ankle break through the skin, that'll kind of make you start thinking that could be me. I could be next. And as you see these long lists of guys that are getting hurt, and as the season just looks like it's not the one that you think, that we're not going anywhere, then you start saying, I'm going to protect myself and my interest so I can live to fight another day. We got a lot of things that are going on. Remember just a year and a half ago when D-Law got his contract and he talked about going for Michael Strahan's sack record? Yeah. Hope I see you guys tonight. We got a lot to talk about with the Dallas Cowboys, where they go from here. And I'll be interested to see if we find out anybody else is possibly on the trading block. Although the problem is most of the guys that are good are hurt. Can't really trade the injured players. So, peace.